Hello everybody, and welcome back to some StoneBlock 3. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I hope you had a great and a Merry Christmas. I hope you had a Happy New Year. We've gone beyond it. I did. I finally got some downtime after the fact. I have been so busy. I have absolutely not played any kind of Minecraft. This world has not. I haven't sat down at my computer for a while. Um, the week of Christmas is like one of the busiest weeks of the year for me, and as it is for most people. And I'm on vacation now. I spent part of my week with my grandson. The rest of this week, I've got to get caught up. My goal, I don't know if I'd call it a New Year's resolution, because I don't ever really make New Year's resolutions, is to try to get back at a more normal pace of getting videos out. The end of the year always has a tendency of being a bit busy, and I get behind on stuff. But we're going to fix that. We're going to get going. Got a lot of work to do. So, anyways, last few episodes that we were doing, we worked on what's over here and now shut off. We got us a wither skeleton farm going. We got us our jelly farm going. Jelly babies. It's not running. The light's on in there. There's light, and I don't know what caused the light. I haven't messed with it, but we've got enough jelly babies to do what we need to do, or at least we should. And then if we come down here, I have shut this guy off. We're not running him right now because I updated the pack, and there was something stuck in my ender storage, and I don't know what it was. I reloaded a backup of the world and got it going. So I shut it off. The only thing coming in here now is absolutely nothing. The only thing we had coming in here was the nether star stuff, unless it was something to do with tanks, which it could very well have been tanks. Is there water in that? There is water in that. It's just not shown. Anyways, so we and then we done the wither farm. We've done that. We've got started with not really started, but we got Project E opened up, which gives us some stuff. But our main set of quests that we need to do before we can get into our in-game stuff is we need to get where's it at? Enderium, polonium pellets. We need polonium. Doesn't take a lot to do these, but it does take a while to get polonium, and it's quite the process. So that's kind of where we are headed towards. First things first we need to do is we need to work on our power switch, which is what we're going to do today. Right now we are, making, I think it's like 1,800 or 18,000 RF a tick. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, yeah, 18,000. It's going to help us to do what we need to do. And today we are going to get into our power stuff. That is the plan. We're going to work on getting the reactor. We're going to be doing this slightly different. Of course, one, we're not going to be getting all the way into the nitro reactor, even though we probably do have the stuff to do it. Because nitro crystals do take nether stars. We've got nether stars. We could probably do it. I don't know. We'll see how we go. We're going to, as we go along the way here, set up... I've already crafted a few crafters. We're going to set up some recipes for this to try to make this easier to do. We're going to be automating our orb. We're going to be setting up stuff. Yeah, anyways. So if we go in here, not in here. If we go in here, there's one main thing that we need for getting through Powah, and that's Uranite. And there's two ways of getting it. One, we can get the raw, which is crushing deep slate. And to do this is a whole thing of getting deep slate, which we can get deep slate. There was a way, bulk blasting, no. Cobbled deep slate. There was a way of getting it. igneous extruder. We could do it this way and try crushing it. And we may have to do that depending on how the other way works out. The other way is we can actually energize uranium ingots. Now, uranium ingots we've got tons of, and we're going to probably have way too many, but we're going to, instead of using these, we're going to breed another set of chickens, and that's what we're going to do with all this. We're going to breed chickens to power all of this. We'll have uranite chickens connected to this. We need redstone. We'll have redstone chickens connected to it. And then the dry ice, I'm not sure if we're going to do the dry ice or if we're going to just run with snow. We'll see how that plays out. But first and foremost, we've got to get the stuff together that we need in order to build this stuff. So, the reactor, well, not the reactor. Yeah, the reactor. Where are the starter. This guy's easy enough. Like I said, we need to get some uranite, and to do that, I need to get to work on that. We're not going to get this going right off the bat. This should be a pretty quick thing. So let me get a bunch of this together. Alright, tier 1, fairly easy. We've got, or not tier 1, but our starter. So we've got that quest complete. And just to make sure it doesn't give us anything we really need, it gives us gold upgrade. I have recipes set up for everything we need for that. So now we can get into the basic tier, which more or less just takes what we made. And I got to make recipe for that. So basically, the reactor starter generates 250 RF. I forget the numbers. These aren't exactly right. I don't think this is 1K FE per tick. I think it's actually more, but I don't know exactly all the numbers with it. That goes there. That can go there, and then we need a recipe for this guy, and we can throw him in there, and we should be able to get our next tier. Lovely. Now after that we get into needing the hardened tier, which I don't have much. No, hardened. We need basic, hardened, blazing. Where is? Oh, that is it. Alright, so yeah, I got stuff to do. So I don't know how well I have shown this in the past, but we're going to do it right now just in case we haven't. Automating our orb. It's pretty easy to do. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted that right there. Let's do 64 energized steel, and let's start. And if we come down here, you can see these guys going. So basically what we have is we got a crafter pointing into the energized orb. We got a comparator coming out of it, and just a redstone signal going into the crafter. This guy is using the repeater. Number one, if you wrap the redstone around here, it'll connect to the comparator, but it does not. Redstone does not like to connect to these guys, so using the repeater just works better. And you set this guy to pulse insert next set, and basically what it does is it will put the items in, and it will not put anything else in until the craft is done and come out. And then we've got just the importer, and then I whitelist whatever we need to take out of it, which I need to whitelist. I didn't grab any of the uranite in case we need some while we're crafting. So that's pretty much all it takes to automate the orb. This works with about any recipe that you can do with it. All we need to do is go through. I just put these up here just because there's no reason for them to be up here other than just wanting to do them that way. And we're just right underneath. Matter of fact, there's our system right there. But anyways, I've got this guy set up to where he can be automated, so crafting all the different tiers of stuff will get a lot easier. That's what I've got to do now. Alright, so we are back. Slight modification to this. One of the things I didn't realize. This guy only puts out, when we set this up to begin with, it was doing a power of 2, and that's how it was working. We had 2 items in it. When it only has 1 item in it, it only puts out a power of 1, and it wasn't enough to control our crafter. So now we've got this set up with the redstone transmitter. Instead, this just takes the 1 power and puts it right back, and it will work. So I am in the process of making the niotic one now, and it should be just about done. We had to make a handful of the niotic crystals, and then we will go from there. Alright, so the nice thing is you can place 1 block down. This guy will build itself, and it's now ready to go. We just got to give it what we need, which is going to be some uranite. We're going to have to set that up. We're going to need some kind of carbon, which will be just coal, and then we'll need to give it redstone, and we will need to set up some kind of coolant for it, which we've got a couple of like I said, we got a couple different options. Ice, -5. Packed ice does -8. Blue ice is -17, and dry ice is -32. To do dry ice, we need blue ice to get blue ice. It's a long process of getting packed ice to regular ice. So we will have to see what we can do about all of that. I'm thinking, I do believe that based on what we give it, the more power we'll get out of it. So I'll use solid coolant. See if so you need to cool it down using water. Also, you can use a solid coolant like snow or ice for extra coldness. Solid coolant does require liquid coolant. Carbon material, I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do here. But right now, I've got to get the stuff going to this. I put that in the wrong spot. Alright, so this might be the most convoluted setup that I have ever come up with as far as trying to get this to work, but we've got it. Alright, so let's go over what we got going on here. For one, we've got our coal and redstone chickens just straight inputting into the back here. Don't necessarily have to be all this convoluted. We can actually get rid of that and get rid of that. It doesn't have to be into that. If we go take a couple out, you can see it fills right back up. So we've got those going into there. If we come over here, we've got our uranium chicken. Now I forgot that our uranium chicken actually does nuggets, and I had to put the compacting drawer on top of it. We've got these laser IO nodes. I'm slowly using these. It's not a newer mod. It's a newer type mod from Direwolf. I hadn't used these before, and they're not that bad. So you just choose which side, which we've got this going out the west side. We've got this set to extract. If I take this out right quick, we've got it set to extract. I've got a filter put in it where it's extracting only the uranium ingots. I've got it transferring 1 every 40 ticks, which is every 2 seconds, I think. That's not going to work. That was westish. Yeah, and if it's going in the right direction, you can see the lines. We've got the green lines there. These two are connected. You can just right-click, shift-right-click on one block, and then right-click on another block, and that just took it away. And now they're connected. And then this one I have set to down and have it set to insert, and it is inserting into here. So it's just extracting every 2 seconds, transferring it. It takes, as you can see, it does it pretty quick. All right, sorry about that. So anyway, these guys takes about a second to make these. I've got them just piping into here and then piping into here, keeping it full. Right now we are generating, it says 13 FE a tick, 13,000 FE a tick. It should go up. When I was doing that, we didn't have the dry ice in it. Now it's not actually generating any power. So everything is just kind of backing up. And then over here, we've got this guy set up. I was trying to figure out a way to do the ice, and then I remembered, oh, hey, wait. We had a recipe with the 0 ring to do the ice. I figured that out. We could do it with the eggs. and that gives us the ice. So the other ones, we can just craft them and be done with it. So I've got these set up to do the ice, the packed ice, and the blue ice, and got it set for these to just everything to be kept internal. It puts it all back in here, and the blue ice set to external, and it goes out. And we got the same setup over here with the laser IO laser nodes set up to extract. We've got it set up to extract two every, I think it's 3 seconds. And that's giving us our dry ice. And I got all these with some drawers. So these will just keep going until they fill up, which if they ever fill up by the time we get done, because this will hold 67 million. Yeah, that's a lot. So this thing's ready to go. We've got it piled full with everything. We can set it and forget it. All right, so if we look, we've got basically 4 quests here left to complete for our power section, and we might as well just go ahead and do them. We can do the basic versions. We're not going to use any of the other stuff. We've got wireless power with flux networks, so we don't need that. So that takes care of player transmitters and ender gates. Energy cables, we're fixing to get into mechanisms, so we're going to be able to do better power cables anyways. And then we've got thermal generators, which these just get placed on heat sources and they work. So we might as well just go ahead and finish this up while we're at it. So we need some base let's go in here. We need some basic capacitors. Let's make 10 of them. Should be easy enough. We need blaze powder. There's no sense of crafting a recipe for that. So we need 3 of these. We're going to need a few of these. Let's go ahead and craft up 10 of them. And then I need some dielectric paste. So there is our thermal generator. There is our cables. There's that. There is our binding card. We need a ender core, which is a basic capacitor. We need one of these. We need one of these. And then we needed, what is that? A eye of ender. We just might as well go ahead and do this. And let's run down here and do this right quick. Give me. This should allow us to put items in here without them getting sucked back in. Beautiful. Now we just need to fix this back. And we should be good to go. So there is our ender gate. And now we just need to make our player transmitter, and in order to do this we need to make a player aerial pearl, which we need a aerial pearl for this, and I need to go find a zombie. Alright, we got us a zombie, so let's do this. Aerial pearl, that's all you gotta do, right click on him. Beautiful, we got him. Now I need to find my way back out of here. I went all these guys have been cleaned out. This one. I went out here to this one, and of course it's the one that didn't have a freaking zombie in it. But we got what we need. Let's head back home. Alright, so we're back home, and we should have everything we need now to do the player transmitter. And boom, there we go. We are done with our Powah quest. Gives us an ender tank, which isn't bad. We're using a bunch of those. Cobble gens, we really have no use for anymore. Energy pipes, nah. And dielectric casings, yeah, we'll take those. Beautiful. Let's put this stuff up and go from there. And while we're at things, let's go ahead and complete. We were waiting on enough solid XP to get this guy right here. So we should have what we need now in order to complete our mob grinding quest. Don't know if we necessarily need any of this stuff right now, but it will give us the option of having everything. So we can take this guy here, make us a couple of XP blocks, and boom, there's everything we need for that guy. And then we need to make the GM chicken feed, which gives us mob eggs. So we've got, that actually takes essence buckets. We should have known that. We got us a cotton swab. The mob swabs are easy enough to make, just some wool and a stick. And for the time being, let's just go slap a cow. Just right click on him. We've got what we need. And we should have everything we need now in order to do this, which I did not get to my bucket of XP. There we go, GM chicken feed. That's got that quest complete. There we go. And then this one that gives us a singularity tank. And then we've got one here for donating levels, and I need a bunch of levels for that. Alrighty, that was quick enough. We should have what we need now to get 100 levels. And that completed the chapter. Just gives us a random reward, and it gives us a chance cube. So there we go. That section is now complete. And how I get all mine XP real quick. Smelting nether quartz. That's it. So we've got another section complete. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections complete, and that's kind of where we're going to leave it at today. We are ready to get started into getting a bit deeper into some of our power quests, or not power quests, but our tech quest. We've got our thermal stuff, which we need to just make these and be done with it. I don't guess we really got a use for anything, it looks like, just yet. Immersive engineering, we need to just make the stuff for this guy, or for these. I don't know if there's really a use for them other than, I mean, in this pack. And then mechanisms are a big one. We've got to get what we need to get to polonium. So that's probably where we're going to look at getting into next. Because like I said, that's the biggest part we've got left. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.